All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard. First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Here we go now.
Mahomes going to hand it off to Hunt. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
On the run, this is Hunt. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Mahomes now to throw. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
35 yards that time on the punt. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Here's a carry now for Keith Marshall. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. To throw on 2nd down, here's Webb. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long.
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Webb now from the gun. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down. Webb. On the crossing route, complete. It's Cole. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pickup there, a 22. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a 1st down throw. Webb. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Alexander. A good pickup there, 26 yards. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far.
Lucky 56.
Out of the gun, it's Webb. This is caught. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. as his guys are in for 6. And the Jags have taken the early lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And it's now a 7-0 game. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Room here to run. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. DeAnthony Thomas, 104 yards. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Lucky 56. Detroit! 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 Detroit!
Off play action, it's Webb. Looking long for Westbrook. It's caught inside the 25. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10.
Lucky 56.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Cole. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person is on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. And that's what's happening to the defense right now because the offense is on his toes and punching. And there's another 1st down run right there.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
Now, that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Leopard! Watch him now, Barney!
He's going to get it running right. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jags are able to cash in for 6. And his kick is right through. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. And now here comes Kansas City, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first down. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
It's brought in by Harris. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Play fake there to Hunt. Now Mahomes rolling to his right. He's going to go. Oh, man, it's caught inside the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. And that one results in 35 yards. A first trip to the red zone for KC. This is 1st and goal from about the 8. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands. Guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Here we go now. Green 90. Green 90.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And that one's going to be over everybody in the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time. And it's 3rd down. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. So we would have figured that one to be 3 points in the bank, but this game, can be unpredictable at times.
Yeah, he knew he needed to pull it ever so slightly to get it going in the right direction, but he seemed to put a little too much on it, and from short range, that is a bad miss for an NFL kicker.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
On 1st and 10, Webb. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
On 2nd down, Webb. And the catch made here by Marquise Lee. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
No. Check. Patriot! Patriot!
On 1st down, it's Webb. He's going to wind up and air it out. That's caught inside the 20. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 48 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Throwing again, Webb. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches.
Leopard!
Here's Webb. That's complete right around the 8. Good contain. No gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
They dialed up the blitz on 3rd down, and your worry as a defense that they can hit you with a big play in that situation. Instead, the blitz pays off, able to rally to the football and make the play.
A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
Now after the made field goal, back out Lambeau to kick this one off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again?
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Caught, Kelsey, left side. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Toe bashed it.
Super toe.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Detroit! Detroit!
To throw on 2nd down. Webb. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Past the 20. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big 3rd down play there for the Jags. 45 yards. And what can they do here on 2nd and goal? 3 red zone trips so far have yielded 2 touchdowns and a field goal. And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up
Detroit!
2nd and goal.
Detroit! Over! Watch him now, Barney!
He's going to get it running right. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Webb now. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. It's the fullback. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. And now here comes Kansas City. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. A minute 58 to go in this first half of play. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Mahomes will try again on 2nd down. And going deep for Hill. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now here's Mahomes. And it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
On the carry, it's Logan. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
Watch 23. Watch 23.
Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Webb. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. Coverage there by Dexter McDonald. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Lucky 56.
A play fake. Now Webb. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal.
Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
To throw again. Webb. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. In for the score. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And a rout is on here in this first half. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Jags grab it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. They'll run it here with Logan. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. The linebacker, Anthony Hitchens, there on the stop.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Detroit! Detroit!
Off the play fake. Webb. Now he's flushed out right. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. And Lambeau will put this one through. So we hit the halftime break here in Jacksonville with the Jags on top. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with the coach and our EA Sports halftime report. Butker now to kick this one away. Short boot, taken at the 21. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. This is Logan. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. The 40, 20, 10. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great play there. 77 yards. And the Jaguars continue to roll. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And they finally get to him, but not before he's past the 45 to the 46-yard line.
For a quick second there, I thought we were about to have a repeat performance of a kickoff return for a touchdown. This guy's on fire today.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 46. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Calais Campbell in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Mahomes going to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play. 46 yards. So after the big play, look at this. All the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. This is caught. Watkins. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it up.
Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And the Jags grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but it's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
And instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. They run with Logan. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Right back to him on 1st down. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one. Maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
Watch him now, Barney!
And they'll go on the ground. Shifts by him. Big hold of the 30. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
They'll run with Marshall. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
We got three, fellas. We got three.
Set. Green 39. Green 30.
They stay on the ground. This is Marshall again. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Off the bootleg. Webb. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13.
Here we go.
Here's a give to Richard. And he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation.
Leopard! Right. Detroit! Gun!
Webb to throw. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Anthony Hitchens in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time. Fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, we can put some points up and have a little momentum going. They've got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go,
short-term memory,
and move on to the next series.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Miles Jack coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Dustin Colquitt now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fielded at the 33. 12 yards on the return that time, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. A check of the scoreboard there in the third in Baltimore. And the Ravens have opened things up there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
Hey, check.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
And they'll go to the ground attack here. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Off play action. Webb. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. He got 29 yards that time.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Now they try the right side here. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A great effort there with his third touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Jaguars are pouring it on. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
So they're looking strong here in the fourth quarter. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
And not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the fourth. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Throwing now is Mahomes. He's going to let this one go deep. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Here's Mahomes to throw. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
No. Check. Patriot. Gun.
To throw on second down, here's Webb. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
Now Hunt. He's to the 10, and he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chiefs use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point right down the middle as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Butker now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player or broadcaster?
No, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out, and no one wants to...
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. The 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there. 75 yards. And the Jaguars continue to roll. Lambo to add on the extra point. Point after by Lambo, up and good. And the lead will swell by one more. Here's Lambo out to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 23.
Three down.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Slow. Here we go now.
They go play fake. Mahomes. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. A good pickup there, 22.
Ace.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? It sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Now it's Mahomes again. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to be a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Ready. Green 90. Green 90.
Now Mahomes got to have this one. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs gain a bit of respectability. And it's no good. Oh, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. Butker now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And now out come the Jags. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the 4th quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
Watch it now, Barney.
They run again with Logan. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Derek Nottie makes the tackle.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 8.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
And on the ground they go with the running back. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down.
Well, he was stopped on that play, but he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Taking it about the 16. Elsewhere, 4th quarter score now from Baltimore. And the Ravens now really pouring it on. A victory there would mean they're 6th on the year. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. They find some open field here. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. Incomplete. The linebacker, Miles Jack, able to knock that one away. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. Just one conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This is 3rd and 4. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turnover 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing. But I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
A very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
All right, here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Jacksonville, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.